Do you think you'll regret turning 50? Most people don't realize they've wasted their entire lives until it's too late. Not because of fate, not because of circumstances, but because of mistakes they could have avoided. Are you ignoring your health, blowing through money, living a dull life but too afraid to change? If you don't take action now, your 50s will be filled with regret. In this video, I'll expose 9 mistakes that have left millions full of regret by middle age. More importantly, I'll help you break free from them starting today. If you want a future where you don't look back and regret, watch this video to the end. It might just save you. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and like if you're new here. It helps me keep bringing you more valuable content. You can avoid responsibilities, you can avoid opportunities, but there's one thing you can't escape: your body's decline. If you've spent decades eating recklessly, avoiding exercise, and disregarding sleep, prepare to face the price that your 50s will demand. Your body no longer bounces back like it used to. Those late nights, binge-watching shows, or working yourself to exhaustion, those greasy fast food meals, those years of laziness, all of it gets stored up and explodes into illness. High blood pressure, diabetes, joint degeneration, obesity, heart disease, they won't knock before barging into your life. And what could be more bitter than realizing you had the chance to change but took it for granted? The people your age who took care of themselves are still full of energy, enjoying life, while you're stuck with medication and hospital visits. Do you really deserve that? If you're wondering, is it too late to change? The answer is yes, but better late than never. No matter your age, you can still improve your health by exercising regularly, eating right, and getting enough sleep. The real question is, do you have the guts to fix your mistakes, starting today? When you're young, you think you have your whole life to make money. You spend freely, buy things you don't really need, and chase a flashy lifestyle to impress others. But when you hit 50 and the cash flow isn't as steady, you finally realize that money isn't unlimited. And the biggest tragedy? You've already spent it all. Here's a harsh truth no one wants to face. You can't work forever. Your body will slow down, your productivity will drop, and job opportunities will shrink. Meanwhile, living expenses, medical bills, and family responsibilities won't just disappear. If you don't have a solid savings plan, who will take care of you when hard times come? Look at people who plan their finances wisely. They don't have to worry about the future. They have enough to enjoy life, travel, and explore new experiences. And you? Do you want to be the one scraping by, relying on others, or worse, still grinding away just to make ends meet? The good news is, you can still change things starting today. Learn to spend smart, cut out unnecessary expenses, invest in assets that generate income, and build a savings fund for your future. Don't wait until 50 knocks on your door to realize that years of reckless spending have left you trapped. Do you want to control your money, or let it control your life? Ever wonder why some people at 50 are confident, energetic, financially secure, and living with purpose, while others are stuck in a cycle of frustration, poverty, and regret? The difference isn't luck or circumstances. It comes down to one simple truth: they invested in themselves early. You didn't. Your youth is the perfect time to learn, develop skills, expand your mindset, and grow as a person. But if you've spent your life coasting, never learning anything new, never developing a valuable skill, then by 50, you'll realize you've become outdated and irrelevant. Technology evolves, the job market shifts, but you're still stuck with outdated knowledge and an old way of thinking. And what happens next? You get left behind. If you bring no value to your work, you'll be replaced by someone younger, faster, and more skilled. Your earning potential will plummet, and that's when you'll feel the crushing weight of stagnation. But remember, investing in yourself is never too late. Learn a new skill, read books, strengthen your mind and body. A 50-year-old with a sharp mind and solid knowledge can still take charge of their life. A 50-year-old who has let themselves decay can only complain. Which one will you be? How many years have you spent chasing work, money, and status, only to ignore a painful truth? Your family won't wait for you. Your children grow up without you. Your parents age with each passing day, and one day, you realize they're gone. The partner who once stood by your side through every hardship, they no longer feel connected to you. Many people say, I work hard for my family, but in reality they use family as an excuse to neglect their loved ones. How many times have you come home only to stay glued to your phone? How many birthdays have you missed because of some pointless meeting? How many times have your elderly parents sat alone, waiting for a call that never came? By the time you hit 50, you'll understand. Jobs change. Wealth comes and goes, but family is the only thing that truly belongs to you. When you grow old, when your career is no longer at its peak, who will be there for you? The colleagues you used to drink with? The clients who signed contracts with you? No. Only your family, if you haven't already lost them. If reading this makes you feel guilty, then do something about it today. Call your parents. Spend real time with your kids. Listen to your spouse without your phone in hand. Don't wait until it's too late, until you realize your family has drifted away, simply because you were too busy to love them. The question is, are you really willing to trade your family for things that could disappear at any moment? Stop wasting another day living in weakness and chaos. Subscribe to Stoic Success now to build an unbreakable mindset, master your emotions, and face life like a warrior. Have you ever asked yourself, why am I still living a life I don't even enjoy? A dull job, a passionless routine, the same days repeating like a lifeless machine. You're unhappy, yet you do nothing to change it. Why? Fear. Fear of failure. Fear of losing stability. Fear of what others might think. But the truth is, you're not trapped by your circumstances, you're trapped by your mindset. The stability you cling to is an illusion. You're not really in control of anything if fear is the one making your choices. Look back. When you were younger, you had dreams. You wanted to start a business, learn a new skill, move to a different city, but you kept putting it off. You told yourself, I still have time. And then time passed faster than you expected. By 50, you realize you don't have many chances left to start over. But here's what you need to understand. It's never too late to change. Many people in their 50s have reinvented themselves and succeeded. They've switched careers, launched businesses, traveled the world, and pursued passions they once abandoned. The only difference between them and you? They had the courage to step out of their comfort zone. You can either continue living in the prison you built for yourself, or you can break free and take control of your life. The question is, will you take action, or will you delay just one more time? There's one thing most people don't realize until it's too late. Relationships, like plants, wither and die if you don't nurture them. You once had great friends, trusted colleagues, and family members who were always there for you. But then life got busy. Work, responsibilities, and daily routines pulled you away. You assumed those relationships would always be there. But one day, you look back, and they're gone. Many people enter their 50s feeling isolated, wondering what happened. They have no one to share their joys or struggles with, because they never made the effort to maintain those connections. How many times have you canceled plans because you were too busy? How often have you ignored a call from a loved one, thinking I'll call back later, but never did? How many small conflicts have you let fester until they became impossible to repair? You can lose money, jobs, and status and still earn them back. But when someone drifts away, you may never get another chance to reconnect. By 50, you'll realize that friends, family, and those who truly care about you are your most valuable assets. If you don't nurture those bonds now, you may face old age alone and full of regret. Pick up the phone, send a message, make time for a meetup. No one wants to grow old in loneliness, but isolation isn't fate, it's the result of your choices. When you were younger, you had passions. Maybe you loved painting, writing, playing music, cooking, or simply traveling. But then life happened. Work took over, responsibilities piled up, and you told yourself, I'll get back to it later. But did later ever come? Or did you wake up at 50, realizing you had neglected yourself for far too long? Many people reach their 50s feeling empty. They've done everything for their families and careers, but when they look inward, they find nothing left for themselves. They no longer know what they enjoy, what excites them, or how to simply have fun. They've lived by duty for so long that they've forgotten the joy of doing something just for themselves. Now is the time to ask yourself, have you truly lived, or have you just existed? A life without passion, without hobbies, without moments of personal fulfillment, is that the life you really want? But here's the good news. It's never too late to start again. Rediscover what once made you happy. Pick up an instrument, start writing, travel, take a class. Live, don't just exist. The real question is, will you keep letting life pass you by, or will you take back control and truly enjoy it? You may have a strong body, but if your mind is exhausted, life can still feel like a living hell. Many people spend their entire lives worrying about their physical health while completely neglecting their mental well-being until it's too late. Turning 50 is a major transition. Work stress, children moving out, friends drifting away, aging or lost parents. Loneliness, anxiety, and stress begin to take over. You start feeling drained, lose motivation, or worse, fall into depression without anyone noticing. How many times have you felt completely exhausted but kept pushing yourself? How many times have you swallowed your anger just to avoid bothering others? How often have you felt lost but didn't dare to speak up? You think you have to be strong, but in reality, you're slowly destroying yourself. Don't wait until you mentally collapse to realize that mental health is just as important as physical health. Learn to manage stress, take time for yourself, meditate, exercise, or simply talk to someone. You don't have to carry the weight of the world alone. Life is already tough enough. Don't become your own worst enemy. You deserve peace. How many times have you told yourself, I'll do that later? After work settles down, after the kids grow up, after you have more money, after you have more time. But when is later? At 60, 70, or when it's already too late? The harsh reality is, you don't have as many laters as you think. Look back. How many opportunities have you missed? How many dreams have you abandoned? How many times have you wanted to do something but hesitated, made excuses, or got caught up in meaningless distractions? Are you living or just existing? By 50, you'll understand that time is the one thing you can never get back. You won't have the energy of your 30s or the flexibility of your 40s. If you don't take action now, you'll look back at your life filled with regret. But here's the great news. You still have time. Travel, learn, love, challenge yourself. Live in a way that if tomorrow were your last day, you wouldn't have a single regret. Life is not a rehearsal. You can't rewind it, and you can't rewrite the years that have already passed. But you can change what happens next. People who reach 50 filled with regret all have one thing in common. They didn't take action when they had the chance. They didn't take care of their health, didn't save money, didn't invest in themselves, didn't spend time with family, didn't dare to change, didn't nurture relationships, didn't pursue their passions, ignored their mental health, and most importantly, they didn't truly live. But if you're reading this, you still have a chance to change. Remember, it's never too late to make your life meaningful. Whether you're 30, 40, or already 50, you can still start living in a way that your future self will be proud of. Thank you for being here. If you found this video helpful, subscribe, turn on notifications, and like this video. Don't forget to leave a comment so we can spread positivity together.